gonna do it. That's what I need to do.
MSV.
Hey,
You know me.
what's up, y'all?
Don't.
Oops, y'all was supposed to see that. It's always an issue with one of these phones. Hey. I'm gonna talk over this a little bit so that way we don't have too many crazy issues with this copyright stuff. Yeah, so man, our internet is acting funky today. So bear with me y'all for a few minutes. We back over here. We almost back over there. And and once we are there, we're gonna get going. Yeah, crazy times up. Welcome. We want more. We waiting on one more. There you go. There we go. We got our third guy going. So we live right now on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and I just want to say, hey, what up, dog? Welcome to All Things MSV. Y'all know me, your boy LE, aka Mr. MSV, aka Poor Connections on two of the phones again. So it's gonna be one of those kind of days. So I'm gonna just keep talking to you guys over here, and we're gonna let these guys go as they will. Yeah, so hold on. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. We gonna talk about some stuff. Hey, welcome back over here, and you should be next in a minute. Yeah. So shout out to everybody. What up, though? My guy? Shout out to everybody that's in the circle on the team, or that's rock with us, or that don't rock with us. Shout out to y'all too. And we gonna get through this. We've been having some signal issues, y'all. You know, just so y'all know, if on all platforms, I guess the Wi-Fi up in Dub Hills is kind of having its way today, and it's crazy because bro ain't here. He not using none of the stuff, and we still just having all the issues. I think I know one of the issues. No, we gonna have to do this guy. No, don't do that. Let's do this. Are we there? Yeah, we ain't using the Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi here, no Wi-Fi there. Oops, we need to charge it off. Last thing. We ain't doing much if you ain't charged up. So, there we go. Wonder, let's see. Maybe we get a better situation if we do it like that. Let's see. All right, so welcome again. Sorry about that. To All Things MSV, all things that are important to me, basically. And like I said, it's your boy LE, aka Mr. MSV, aka Kevin MSV Takes, the DJ EXOTIC. You know who I be, from the 313 all the way to the 213. We're gonna get it done. So, what's up? We talking about everything under the sun, and we're gonna be talking about all things that's fun, I guess, if you will. And we're gonna start with basically what's trending. And one of the things that's trending, is football season. So, and one of the biggest stories in football right now, I guess it shouldn't be the biggest story, but it is. One of the stories is the the Sanders family had a rough weekend. It was a pretty rough one for the Sanders family. They had Shador probably went down from third to fourth string, and Shiloh ended up getting cut, getting into a fight, and getting ejected. So, it's gonna be a rough weekend at the Sanders family. So, say a prayer for those cats. There's it's gonna be kind of rough. Yeah, but on another note, it's looking good for some for the Lions at least. It's looking kind of. They got a rough schedule. They got a real rough one. So we gonna see what happens. But they got a lot of the guys back. A lot of those super duper dope players that got injured at the worst time. It should be back. So we're looking forward to that. And we're looking forward to basketball. Basketball coming up in a minute. I mean, I know it's a while for it. But they hyping it up real good. They got the matchup set up. You got the the opening night, the Christmas games, the Martin Luther King Day games, and the drama and the suspense and all the good stuff that's gonna be going on. All the trades that happened, all the players that moved around. So like if you ain't been watching no basketball stuff, you missed out on a lot because some of everybody is some of everywhere, and it's. Most of the teams is new for the most part. You got a couple guys who didn't make no moves. Like Golden State, they still, didn't make no moves. And who else did? Well, I don't know. I think everybody else kind of made a move. But it's going to be an interesting season. Dallas going to be looking real good. Houston might be championship material. OKC still out there. The East going to be wide open. Don't nobody know what's happening. Hopefully the Pistons, they was sixth last year. Hopefully they can sneak in there and get some respect that they some well overdue respect for the city of Detroit. Yeah, so so I guess basically without no further ado, we should get into what the topic of the day is. And that basically means that it's time for the Love Doctor to appear. And no fear, the Love Doctor is here. Let me welcome to my office. Let me get comfortable. I'm always on call. That's why I always keep my coat right there. Yeah, let me make sure. He good, All right, and want to make sure we can get the full grasp. And welcome. The Love Doctor is here, and never fear, because this time of year we're gonna have a good time and talk about what's important to all of us. And today's topic is gonna be about attention. Like I'm not getting on a couple of these because of the terrible signal. Attention is what we're gonna be talking about. So I guess we start by making it personal to you or to whoever is watching. I guess the $1 million question is: do you get enough attention? Like, do you feel like, especially like in a relationship, in a relationship, you have to show your partner a certain amount of attention. Like everybody's situation is going to be different. So everybody's level of attention that they seek or crave is also different. So depending on how observant of a person you are, you may need to give more or less attention to your partner. I guess I will go personal with it and talk about my previous relationships, because actually one of the reasons why I came to this topic today is because I had a long talk with my first love, my number one love, my baby mama, my number one, love story. And she laid some shit out on the floor, and I had to kind of own some shit that I didn't necessarily realize or want to realize, I guess. So the reality, is, I guess I'll just say, I'll put it with me. I guess I'm more selfish than I thought. In and love. So I'll go back to my first. I was talking to a friend of mine the other day or night or whatever, and I was telling her some stuff about back with my ex wife, way back, and and she said like that's a woman you didn't pay enough attention to, and I didn't. I totally didn't pay enough attention to her. Like I was young and I was working on getting my record deal, and that was the only thing that mattered at the time, and maybe she cried out to me, and I don't know it. Maybe because I missed that too. Maybe, but I don't know. I know that I missed. I didn't. I downplayed a lot of stuff. I didn't pay attention to a lot of stuff, and I just kept blissfully going, marching forward. And so once I got into the relationship with my baby mama some years later, then I thought I was better at it. I could have been, and maybe I was better than I was then, because I did know her a lot better. And but I guess I paid a lot of attention to me. And I think that's probably one of the issues in a lot of relationships is that we pay more attention to ourselves than we do to our partners. You know, I definitely can say that that's one of the things for me specifically is I definitely have because you as an individual you have your goals, you have your dreams, you have your desires, you have your things that you want to do in life, so you pay attention to a lot of that stuff, and then you neglect the things that are the gimmies, the things that are given, the fact that she's at home, the fact that she is making dinner or taking care of the kids or whatever the case may be in your particular situation. It's easy to get complacent, and as humans we always looking for the next thing. We always like striving to get to the next level. No matter how much we get, we want to get a little bit more. So it's easy to lose focus on your relationship. I guess that but some of that can also revolve around the fact that you might feel that you don't get enough attention. I know one of our problems, because like I said, I'm be really transparent. I guess I didn't. I didn't really go into my spiel, but I'm gonna just let you know that basically I have a unique perspective on love, because first of all, I've had love, true love, from your first love to all the way to God's love, and then relationships and having kids and raising families. I understand love from a whole different point of view. So that's what qualifies me as to be the love doctor, as well as the fact that I am the world's greatest lover. Just so y'all ladies know. But one of the things with our situation specifically, at least from my side of the story, because I admit off top that I know I was focused a lot on me, focused a lot on what I wanted to do and what I want to do. I'm about to try and turn this, try and get this Facebook to act a little bit better, because it's been acting terrible the whole time, y'all. But one of the things about me is that I always try to do and be extraordinary. Trying to do and be bigger than ever, or than life, or than however you want to call it. So one of the issues with me and my number one love was her what's the word I'm looking for? Her decision to not want to be a part of this part of the art part of my life. Like, as far as with the music, she did try to help and try to support a little bit. She did try, but I didn't make it easy, because all my songs was about like cheating and fucking bitches and being a player and all that stuff. So it was only so much of that she could share, and I understand that. So I never really tripped about that. But once I started doing the plays and started acting, and that was a whole part. That was like this new, most interesting part of my life, and that was a part of my life I had to keep separate from home because she didn't want to hear about that. She didn't want to talk about that. She didn't. She wanted to, let's just leave that, leave work at work type shit. And if any of y'all are actors or artists, you know that it totally consumes you, and it's all you really want to talk about. So, in a way, I feel that was one of the things that left a wedge in the door, left the door cracked, if you will. And that's one of the things we want to get to. I was talking to my Brody about, and caring about what your partner is into or doing, or they day to day life. What happened at work. She or he may want to come home and talk to you about that. And if you don't really give a fuck about what happened at work with them, that kind of put a wedge between y'all. So like, even if you really don't give a fuck, you gotta kind of make it seem like you do give a fuck. And that's what my brother was saying. He said he would just be playing the game, but still be paying attention a little bit. Like, girl, he did what? Straight up, oh man, he is stupid. You right. Man, that manager don't deserve you, girl. And just really, I thought it was cool the way he said the shit, because it's like, I'm still going about my life, but I'm still concerned with yours. And I think that's one of the things about attention in a relationship is that you want to feel like your person is concerned with what you got going on, what your situation is, all that good stuff, So I think that was one of the things that was an issue for me personally, and it probably, probably led me to make some uncool decisions. Let's see. What? Yeah. So, like I said, some people need more attention than others. Obviously, a nigga with 3 cameras in front of him needs more attention than the average person. Like, if I had all the fucking words. So, like, I think I do have a problem. I do. I really do. And because I can control myself in person, in public. But like, I think social media is an issue. Social media always been an issue for me, because I was way happier in my relationship before social media came along. Before Cuz told me to join the party, and I joined the book back in '09, and then everything changed. Everything just changed. Your whole expectations, it changed. Like you can be happy in real life, but then this social media thing kind of makes it a different. It takes your attention away from home. It took my attention into the screen, and instead of me complimenting my girl as much as I probably should have, I was liking bitches' pictures and sending heart eyes and shit like that. And I don't know if I was really that bad, but I'ma just go off because I like to rationalize it, and nobody really wants to be the bad guy in their own story. What up, Emma? And nobody wants to be the bad guy in their own story. So you rationalize the shit you do. Well, my main argument is that, I really didn't search for this. I just opened up the phone and clicked on the thing, and then there was the booties. The booties was right there. They were shaking, and I didn't ask them to shake. But I do keep watching and liking them. And I wonder, is there because that there's a high to social media, like it's like it's a it's a dopamine fix. You know, like we get serotonin and dopamine shots straight to our brains when when people like your shit and stuff like that. I think, and I wonder if maybe we even get those when we like your shit. Like not just when you like our shit. Like when I like your shit, it made me feel good. And that's one of her things. She always like, why you always gotta comment? Or why you gotta like the shit? Like you can't just see the shit and keep scrolling. And it's like, no, I can't see the shit and keep scrolling. Like for some reason, I'm compelled to comment or to like the stuff. And I think it's because of the attention that I might get back from y'all, which is crazy. I don't know. I don't know. I guess that's the thing to it is to understand that, like I said, some of us crave more attention than others. That's why. I mean, shoot, think about it though. That's why we go into acting or music or any of that kind of stuff. It's because you like it when people look at you. Like ain't nothing like being on stage in front of however many hundreds or thousands of people, and they all came just to rap with you or sing with you or whatever the case may be. Like that's the dream. I mean, to be on the stage doing a play, and then you got everybody laughing, or you got everybody crying, or you got everybody booing because you just that vile of a character. I personally have done all three. But it's been a blessed life, so I've been able to do stuff. I mean, shit, I performed at the Apollo, nigga, to a standing ovation, and I'm gonna keep that for the rest of my life because it happened. So attention has always been something I wanted, and I think it's because I got a lot of attention in the first place. My mother was very, very attentive. Like she always took our side and everything, and believed us over anybody. Over anybody. It didn't matter what nobody said. She ain't believe it. If it was bad about her kids, she ain't believe it. And but she also was like on our heads. Like, like it wasn't we couldn't just be out all night doing all wild, and past certain times, she'd be looking for us if we weren't already home. And it's funny as we got, that was just as we was young in the Brewsters, we could hang out a little bit because it was right there, But once we got older and we moved to different areas and life got realer, and then, she had to protect her kids from all these predators and shit like that. I guess that's going to be a topic coming up in the future. We're going to get real personal. Talk about some nasty, nasty, terrible type shit that happens to too many people. And that I'm grateful didn't happen to me. Almost, but didn't. I'm going to tell y'all the whole story. Not today, though, because we're talking about attention. But, I think that's the thing, though. Like, so if you with a type of person, so, how do I say this? I have realized that, once again, that like I said, that I crave a lot of attention. And then there's, obviously people you would like to have that attention from. Normally it would be your spouse or your girl, your man's, your whoever, your significant other. But you can't always get that attention from who you want it from. So sometimes we look for attention in other places. And sometimes that may or may not be the best thing. See, for me right now, I'm single, so and it's like I said, if I was talking to somebody 24/7, I wouldn't be able to get enough attention from her. So, shit, I might have to just like start calling all of y'all and just basically be all of y'all, man, because it ain't enough attention from one of y'all that any one of y'all can give me. So, no, but yeah, that's the thing though. So like, I guess you have to pay attention, pun intended, to see how much attention your partner won't really. Like I think I don't know if you can pay attention and figure that out though. That might have to be something y'all talk about. You know, you might have to have a real discussion where she can tell you how she really feel, and you can tell her how you really feel. Because maybe it's not on purpose. You know, I know a lot of the times when my issues was I didn't understand. You know, I didn't realize that I was being selfish in my attention and that I wasn't paying her enough attention, and I didn't realize that subconsciously I was upset at her for not paying me enough attention. So which lead us both looking for attention from somewhere else. So I think one of the keys to having a happy relationship is understanding that, and then understanding your person's level. Like you might be with a chick who needs you to call every day and text while you at work, just to let her know that you be thinking about her. And then you got some chicks who just text them, call them every Sunday, and they still don't answer. Anyway, so it's different strokes for different folks. I think the key to all of that is understanding that and real understanding that, and then realizing the steps that you need to take to make it work for your partner, or the steps that your partner would need to take to make it work for you, because it's a two-way street, and you can't give something to somebody unless, well, there's levels. It's hard to give something to somebody that they're not giving you back. It's difficult, but it's possible when and it's just a decision. Like it's a choice. I've been watching a lot of these relationship people videos, and one of the best things that I heard about all of it and all of this is about staying in a relationship is just the choice to stay in a relationship. Like the fact that no matter what happens, we gonna work it out. Like we gonna work it out. Like we don't, we not gonna maybe work it out. We gonna, like, no matter how long of the break it might take to work it out, like we still gonna work it out. I can't answer that question right now because I'm on the live, but I will when I get a moment. If she was watching, who just texted me, but yeah, like okay. So and once that choice has been made, that choice you done chose, you gonna be with this person, to death do you part, or to old as fuck do you part, or whatever the case may be, and then you figure out whatever it's gonna take, whatever it's gonna take to make it work, whatever it's gonna take for me to forgive you for what you did. What is it gonna take for me to really forgive you and let that go? Or vice versa. What is it gonna take for you to really forgive me? Like, and a lot of that you wouldn't have to do a lot of forgiving if we understood about the whole attention situation in the first place. If you knew if you paid attention to your partner, you'll know when they up or down. Like you can look at them and tell, like, oh no, she must not be feeling good, or shit. Oh, it's Tuesday. Damn, so and so came to work today, or like you learn your partner, you learn their habits, when they need space. A lot of dudes need space. A lot of guys need their space just to decompress, and let that shit go. And it don't be about nothing you did or nothing you said. It just be like, I just need my time so that I can gather myself, get myself right, and then I can be the man you need me to be. But if you don't pay attention, you don't understand that. You ain't been watching. You ain't been looking. Same thing with her. She might need that time. When she get home, she might not be ready to go straight to clean up after the kids, or whatever the case may be. And then we need to know how to make that better for them. And then that's how you know when your partner really fucking with you. So like, if you need your alone time, You go in your little man cave, or you go sit down in your little recliner, put your feet up, and then she hands you the paper or something, or she hands you the tablet or something, like just, she hands you the joystick, put on Call of Duty for you or something, like that. That's how you know when your partner is really like paying attention to you, and then they really rocking with you, and that's really what you want. That's the kind of stuff that's gonna keep you home and happy at home. Same thing with y'all, like you come home and the dish is already done, or the dinner already made or something, and like you didn't know, but I got off early, so surprise. I know Wednesdays is your late day, so we wouldn't order McDonald's. Like, I don't know, you ain't gotta be Chef Boyardee to make the day. It's really all about the thought, and that comes from paying attention. From paying attention to your partner, to their lifestyle, to their quirks, to their ups, to their downs. Now, that's all really for, relationships, like, but I guess what I need to know, and I wish any of y'all could tell me and give me some clues or something, is what to pay attention for when you talking to a chick, or when you want to talk to a chick. Like, you see a girl across the room, what sign should you be looking for to know, oh yeah, go over there, versus don't waste your time going over there, because a lot of times it's a waste of time. Sorry, but not sorry. A lot of times it's a waste of time talking to y'all girls these days. But we persist because we must, and so we do. And where's that? Where's that? Hold on. I know you have it. It ain't there no more? Man, it's always something. Anyway. I know. I remember it before we go. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, so, back to it. Let me see. How much is too much attention? How much do you crave? How much do you pay? I guess that's a good one to go to. Like, what is too much attention? Like I said, I'm guilty of too much attention. Like, I can't get enough attention. Like, it just don't work like that. So, if you ever been around me, I'm always on the phone talking to somebody, because I crave attention. Like, and you can't talk to me enough. And you can't talk to me enough. So if all of y'all talk to me, then it might be almost enough. So I know my situation, But I guess the thing is, what's yours, how much attention is good enough for you? Do you just want to see a person when you see them? Or do you want to see them every time you open your eyes? Like, some people want to wake up and go to sleep with you. And some people just want to, see you come and go. Like, so what, like, it just depends on your particular cup of tea, and understanding that and knowing that, and then being able to express that with your partner. Letting them know, or excuse me, partner, potential partner, whatever, however you want to call it, letting them know about your attention needs and wants, and then paying attention to theirs. So I guess it goes both ways. It's not one way or the other. It's not simply put every one flat rate. Because her attention demands might change from day to day. Like, some days she might need more hugs than she don't. Like, I guess that's like I said, I was gonna keep it personal with me. I guess that's one of my main issues or quirks, is that I was raised with so much attention. Like constant hugs and kisses and affection and all kinds of warm feelings. I wasn't raised to hide how I felt. I wasn't raised to to feel bad about having feelings. Like shit. I was raised by a woman. I was raised by a woman who loved us way more than most people love their kids in a lot of ways, at least openly, or like it felt like we had too much. Like we wanted to just walk out the door, and she wanted to pray and hug us and plead the blood of Jesus over us and make sure we safe when we go out in the streets every single time. So like it was a overload of affection and attention and love and shit. Like I said, just softness and warmness. So I basically had, I guess you could say, at a disadvantage because I'm comparing all women to that. Like I'm expecting my woman to be way up here with her affection, way up here. Like, because that's what I'm used to. That's what I expect from you. That's what, because the bar been set. Just like how it should be with young women and their fathers. Like the bar should be set of what a father should be. He should be a protector and a provider and a comforter. But then also he compliments you, and then he let you know how special you are and how important and beautiful and all those good things. So you already have the foundation of who you are and what type of love you need, what your love language is, as people say, and that leaves you, at an advantage or at a disadvantage depending on the way the world is today. Because the way the world is today, ain't a lot of love in the world, man. It's hard out here for a pimp, and it's even harder out here for a player. Just so you know, but but you don't know which one you with or which one you are unless you paying attention. It's kind of slick how paying attention just kind of just keeps coming. It's easy to come up because it's something that we need to do all the time. It's you need to know what's really going on, and it's easy to get complacent or to get really comfortable and not think about that, because she's all reliable. She'll be all right. He'll be all right. He's tough. He'll be all right. But we all be going through stuff, and if your number one person don't notice it, then who will? Like you, like the only person that we got, especially as black men, like we don't really have a lot of people on our side. And unfortunately, y'all might get mad, but it's kind of true. And no, it's not kind of true. It's social media true. I'll say it like that. According to social media, our sisters don't really fuck with us. Like they don't really like us, and that's the image that the social media wants to portray us to us. So, and then we hear the same shit from y'all. Brothers ain't fucking with y'all. Brothers quick to jump into another race. To go to another race. But we gonna have to bring this one up too. This one have to come up on a future topic too, so we can put a pin in that. But it's kind of crazy. It's just like the way and because because we pay so much more attention to social media than we do each other, and it shapes your perception. So like it's not as, what's the word, as advantageous to approach y'all like it would be to potentially approach somebody else. I ain't approached nobody in years. Like I ain't walked up to a girl in years and say, "Hey, how you doing? My name is Kevin," or whatever you want to say. Like I ain't did that shit in years. Like I ain't met a woman if we ain't met like in an acting capacity. Like if it wasn't a movie, a play, a rehearsal, a class, I ain't met you. And I see pretty girls all the time. I take pretty girls places every day. But it's and it's because protocols first of all, but then secondly situations, like and maybe I don't always be paying attention. I think that's a big one, cause I be in my own world. I be paying attention to my shit or to what's in my head, and that's yet another thing, another problem. Like I said about it, like we gotta learn to pay attention to not only to our loved ones, but like shit to everybody around us. Like everybody that you come in contact with deserves some kind of attention from you. Because if you don't pay the wrong person any attention, you might end up fucked up. So I think paying attention is more important than we all really think. And that was to go full circle with it. That was probably one of the biggest issues in my relationship with my baby mama was that I didn't pay enough attention. I tried. I tried. But thinking about it now, I know I didn't try to pay attention to me. I paid attention to me. Like, I did all the stuff I wanted to do. If it was a trip to Atlanta or Chicago or New York, I went. Like, it wasn't shit that stopped me from doing nothing. I gave myself all the attention that I could possibly have. And I'm pretty sure that put that weigh heavy on her. Like, thinking about it, like this nigga is quite selfish. Or I still took care of y'all, but I took care of me too. I took better care of me, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I didn't buy myself stuff, but I did everything I wanted to. Every dream I never had, I would say God gave me the ability to do. Like, because I can't just sit here and tell y'all that, oh, I did this, I did that. Because, I give credit to the Most High. And it's a blessing to be able to do some of that shit. Like, you can rap your ass off, but that don't mean you're going to get a chance to go on the Apollo, or have a concert, or your concert, Like, I done did a lot, Shit, went from a standing ovation at the Apollo to a few days later getting shot off the stage at Magic City in Atlanta. That shit happened. Same song. So, like, I done been blessed to do all the stuff that I wanted to do. But that's because, I guess, and that's the perfect way to end the shit, kind of, because I paid attention to me. And I guess, if you ain't going to be in a relationship, then you need to learn how to pay attention to you. And that's one thing a lot of people don't do. And honestly, especially with women, not all women, but mothers. Because a lot of these bitches is selfish as fuck. Cynthia, no, I'm fucking with you. But, nah, but pay attention to you too. Like what will make you happy? And because if you don't pay attention to yourself and make yourself happy, how I'm gonna make you happy? Like, you don't even know what makes you happy in that case. So that's that's a big part of it. Like you can only be so much of a good partner if you don't pay no attention to yourself too. Like, you gotta care for yourself too. You gotta do those things that make you happy. And sometimes in order to show your partner what makes you happy. Like my baby mama, just for instance, had a little retreat for her birthday. It was chilling and at a hotel with a sauna and a jacuzzi and just was Mardi Gras, feet up, and swore she didn't have nobody there. No, I was just playing. But if she did, that's her business. But she said she just wanted to be alone. Just have some alone time, like to be, to decompress, to have her own little thing. And so me paying attention to that, could understand that, okay, that's something that she might like in the future, to be able to just go somewhere and chill and not have to worry about the grandkids or the kids or the dogs or the cats or whatever. So, I have to, keep that in there to understand, how to pay attention and how to be a better, I don't even know if it's a co-parent no more, but I mean, shit, we like the best of friends. And I love her to death and she know it and she love me too and I know it. And that is very important in any kind of relationship. And Facebook couldn't even make it. We gonna let that one go. I'm gonna bring them back though. We gonna bring them back to finish it off. We gonna bring them back to finish it off if we can. If this works. Yeah, but I ain't bring me no juice. Do I have some juice? I do have some juice. What's on way in the other room? Yeah, we're gonna try and bring y'all back. Facebook. Y'all was having some difficulties. Y'all never really had any chance at surviving this live. So we brought y'all back before the end just to make sure that everybody had a chance to end on the same note. And one of the notes that we was talking about was paying attention to yourself, paying attention to what you need, to how you feel, like to your body, to your mind, to your spirit, your chakras. Pay attention to all that stuff, because shit, man, I lost one of the homies a few months back, and maybe if he was paying better attention to his body, then maybe he wouldn't have, had a heart attack or some shit or whatever it was that took the homie out at 43 and or 44, whatever, something like that. I'm 79, so it don't matter. But I'm working on my vampire shit, so I'll see y'all in a couple 100 years. But yeah, so I want to make sure that you all pay attention. Pay attention to your surroundings. Pay attention to the opportunities that be presenting themselves to you, like to the universe. Sometimes some stuff just keep happening, and it's a sign for you to do something about it. So that's once again, paying attention. So pay attention to your partners. Pay attention to, if you got partners, pay attention to them, because if you see one of them scratching, you might want to get checked out. No. No, but pay attention to your partner and make sure that that you understand when they up and when they down. That you can recognize behavior patterns. That you can recognize different stuff about them. That you can. That way that would make you a better partner, a more attentive partner. That it's easier. It's harder to stop loving somebody who seemed to love you so much. And Facebook lost out again, so we just gonna do it with us. And yeah, but like I just wanted to shout out, like I said, once again, shout out to my baby mama. I wish I had paid more attention to you, and when I had a chance to, and I definitely shoulda, and I don't blame you for not paying attention to me as much, because I paid enough attention to me for both of us. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So, but I must say it's been fun. It's been fun. And with that being said, I'm gonna shout out and dedicate this song of the week, the MSV song of the week, to my baby mama. And I'm sure she hates this song, but it is what it is, and that's what it's gonna be. But yeah, so I want to say thank y'all again for tuning in to All Things MSV. I'm your host, Kevin MSV Tates, aka Mr. MSV, aka Ill E and ID Ego, representing from the MOTO WN all the way to your town. That's Motown all the way to your town. Live from Dub Hills. I'm gonna see y'all next time. And MSV Song of the Week. Go stream a song from MSV, and this song is called Never Can Say Goodbye. And with that, I'm gonna say goodbye. So I like to like I said, I'd like to thank y'all for tuning in. I'm gonna see y'all next Sunday at 3 p.m. Pacific time for all things MSV. Let's go.
Yo, so first off, I love a lot of women. I got a lot of friends, some feminine, some just feminine. I'm not a player, I just like a lot of flavors. So many different colors, and I call them lifesavers. I'm like a Jedi, my thing is like a lightsaber. I'm such a monster in the bedroom, I'm a nightmare. But keep it G, one woman special to me. Now Mr. MSV stand for Mexican virginity. I never can say goodbye, I can't say